These are problems that happen not because we moved to a different country, but because it is a thing that happens no matter where you are, no matter what age, no matter what circumstances, no matter if you're wealthy or poor. It just happens. Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing okay. My name is Consolate Dio. I am finally here with my very first video, which is going to be a Q&A, just so I can introduce myself to you all, and kind of just make a connection before I just throw everything at you all. Oh my God, y'all, I am so excited and so grateful, and I just couldn't be any happier with how everything has been going, how the year has started, and it's just all up to God. Like, I'm leaving everything to God, and I'm just so grateful for the new year. Like, to just make it to the new year is something that a lot of people don't get to experience. So I think that it's just a blessing, and we should always be grateful. Anyways, I don't want to talk too much. Let's just get into the video. I asked a couple of you guys on Instagram to send me some questions, which you all did. I received so many questions, and I will do my best to answer the ones that I feel like are not repetitive. I typed the questions on my computer, so if you see me looking here, that's what I'm looking at. Let's just go ahead and get right to it. The first question is, where are you from? So if you do not know, I am from Rwanda, the most beautiful country, in my opinion. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I am from Rwanda and I love my country. A fun fact, I visited in 2023. I had the best time of my life just being back in the motherland. I went with my family. Not my whole family, but a few family members. We were celebrating 2 weddings. It was just the best time. We all had the best time. So yeah, I'm from Rwanda. You all should visit. The next question is, who is Consolate, and what inspired you to create this YouTube channel? Consolate is an ever-evolving person. I am always looking for ways to just improve, evolve, and just expand my horizon when it comes to anything. Like, I just love exploring, whether that be traveling, trying new hobbies, meeting new people, or just doing things that brings me joy, because I think that that's how you learn yourself. That's how you find out what you're interested in, what kind of person you are. And so I think that to speak to who I am, that is the kind of things that I am into, and that is who I am to my core. I am a loving person. I try to be very kind all the time, and I am family oriented. If you know me, you know that my mom comes before anything in my life. My mom is my rock, and so are my siblings and my cousins, my friends, just about anybody that I love. That's just who I am. I love people, and I just love bringing joy and positivity into people's lives, and also my life. And I do that by, doing things that I enjoy, traveling, just trying new things that I would have never thought that I would do. And I am, it's a whole lot of things. I can go on and on about who I am. I mean, but I'll just leave it there. And to answer the question as to why I chose to create a YouTube channel, I have always gotten this compliment, and like the compliment being I should be a person who is in the public's eye, or just creating, or just on camera, like on social media. And I'm a person who I love looking nice. I love taking care of myself. I love taking pictures and things like that. So I think that people saw that and thought, oh, she should do this or she should do that. But for me, the reason why I personally decided to create a YouTube channel is because I have a voice just like anyone else do. But I think that my biggest purpose in life is just to make a difference. And if that's just one person or just me sitting in my room and making videos in hopes of reaching someone who may need the encouragement or whatever that I do have for that specific video, it's just my goal, really. Like, I just want to make a difference in people's lives and in the world. It's so much hate, and I don't want to be an addition to that. So why not bring love into the world? And I guess I'll be doing that, like I said, by giving you guys like lifestyle content, faith-based content, because I am on a journey to discover who I am deeply as far as religion, and just like my faith, my spiritual journey, and learning God, and just having a purpose in life. And that's what I do want to share with you guys, because a lot of the times, especially with like young adults, we all go through kind of like the same thing. It might not look the same, but it's essentially like the same kind of things that 20-year-olds and or mid-20s and things like that. That's sort of like the things that we go through. And I think that me just sharing my journey is something that a lot of people would admire, just as I admire people who share their journeys on TikTok and Instagram. So yeah, not to just make this video long, but that is essentially why I created this YouTube channel, just to share and learn from you guys, and just show you guys that this is how I'm living. Then is, are you in school? If so, what is your major? Yes, I am indeed in school. I attend the University of Kentucky, and I am majoring in psychology with a minor in communications. And I'm a third-year major, so I am very close to the finish line, thank God. But yeah, I have enjoyed my college journey. I'm still enjoying it. I'm just appreciating it. It's truly something to be grateful for, because a lot of people don't have that privilege. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do I see myself? So I will probably be doing what I'm doing now, because I'm starting this journey, and I pray to God that God gives me the strength to keep going, the strength to just continue to show up, because I think that I have my plans, but without God, my plans mean nothing. And I could have a plan, but God will laugh in my face and just give me a whole new path. So, but that is the plan that I do have now. I will be in grad school pursuing a master's degree in social work, hopefully working with the minority population, and just like bringing awareness to mental health, because that is essentially the field that I want to go in. So hopefully that I will be taking strides to introducing that topic, especially in my community, making sure that they know what that is, because the services that I will provide after grad school will be very essential, and you cannot provide a service if the people don't know that something is a problem to begin with, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's where I'll be in 5 years. And also I will be traveling a lot by the grace of God, of course. I want to be traveling. I just want to explore the world. What career path do you want to pursue? Like I mentioned before, I am pursuing a BA in psychology with hopes of going to grad school for my master's degree in social work so I can get licensed and start practicing mental health therapy. And I will do a story time as to how I came about this career journey or career path, because believe it or not, I have been through it when it comes to this. It's been a lot, and it has been one of the most remarkable thing that has happened in my life. The most altering decision that I have ever made, and it's just changed my whole perspective. Like, the way that I came about pursuing psychology has just been eye-opening, and I will go more in detail when I tell this story time about how I found my passion and how I decided on my career. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. What is your favorite book? This is such a great question. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to answer this because I love reading and I have read so many books and they're all just so great. I don't know how to answer this question. I will say my all-time favorite book is the Dr. Seuss book called Oh, the Places You Will Go, because every time I read that book, I always cry. Because y'all, my elementary school teacher gave me that book for my graduation gift, and it's just an amazing book. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are, it's just always life affirming. You can always gain a life lesson when you read that book, and so I just love it. What inspires your writing? If you don't know this already, I have another Instagram page dedicated for pieces that I write, and just like, I guess I wouldn't necessarily call myself a poet. I'm not a poet, but I am a person who likes to read books, like I mentioned before, a person who likes to learn, a person who likes to write. And so I get the inspiration from reading books, and a lot of the times it's something, when I do write, it's something that has been on my heart, something that I think a lot of people might need to hear in a certain time, or I find myself having conversations with like my friends, and myself also, like, I'll sometimes be thinking about things and I'll be like, oh, this is something that many people can benefit from, because I know I cannot be the only one who's going through this. It's just not possible. Sorry if I keep doing this. I just want to make sure. Anywho, so yeah, I think that I get my inspiration from my daily struggles and just things that I go through or what other people go through, and I just kind of pick up off that. I just write things in hopes of the writing or the piece itself helping someone. And books, I read a lot of self-help books, a lot of life-affirming books, so I think that I get some idea and inspiration from those books also. So yeah. Advice on finding your style. When it comes to style, I like to be free. I like to dress to what feels good for me. I like to kind of I don't want to say step out of my comfort zone, because that gives the connotation that I'm dressing as, I'm dressing in some unusual ways, which I don't. But in my style, the way I dress in a way that I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable when I'm covered. I feel comfortable when I like to wear a lot of pantsuits and just like kind of, jackets, like suits. My friends always they always say that I am always dressed like a lawyer. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine, because for me, it feels good. It feels good when I dress like that. That's literally how I like to dress. And so when it comes to finding your style, you just need to allow yourself to explore, allow yourself to be inspired by your own your own like love for clothes, not because of like what you see. Because a lot of the times, like when we follow trends, it kind of goes out of style, and now you don't have a style because that's not what's socially acceptable anymore. So I think not even acceptable, but that's not what's trending at the time. So you move on to the next thing. So yeah, I think that to find your style, you just have to do what feels good for you and not look for what others are wearing, because a lot of the times it's not going to work for you. It might work for the short term, but when it comes down to it, it's not going to work. As a training psychologist, what societal issues are you passionate about and why? Like I mentioned before, I do want to go into the mental health field, and I would have to say that I am very, very passionate about mental health and the stigma around mental health. I think that specifically for minorities and specifically for our African American or African community, it's very stigmatized. That's no secret. It's been stigmatized for decades now, and I think that it's very sad. I think it's very, very sad, especially in our African community. Like, for example, like I did this podcast where I had this conversation with my colleagues and my sister, my cousin. They're my cousins, they're my siblings, but also my colleagues. But we had this conversation before surrounding mental health and the stigma that it has been in our communities for a very long time. And I think that is my passion. I want to introduce mental health. I want to let people know that mental health is an issue. Mental health is a problem that is amongst our youth, amongst our adults, amongst our parents, and our parents don't know that because they were never allowed, or they never had that privilege to even think that mental health was a problem. They've always had other priorities or other demanding things that mental health has just never been a thing. So I think for me, I want to focus. I'm very passionate about introducing mental health and the challenges and how to get help, because the services that, like I said, that I do want to provide, I want people to know that this is what I do and this is who I do it for, and that's why I'm doing it. And I want to introduce that topic, like I said, because our parents don't know what mental health is. They're not aware, and their kids are struggling. And I want to be that voice. I want to be someone that helps our parents understand that we're not by any means faulting them or blaming them for not knowing, but we are trying to teach them. We're trying to make sure that they are aware that these are problems that happen, not because we moved to a different country, but because it is a thing that happens no matter where you are, no matter what age, no matter what circumstances, no matter if you're wealthy or poor. It just happens, and it is something that doesn't define you. And I think our parents need to know that. This is the end of this YouTube video. I want to say thank you guys so much for the love and support that you all have been giving me. I am so appreciative. I love you guys so much for that. I cannot wait to give you guys more videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe and comment what you guys would like to see next.